So how does a tiny mountain country end up with 4 languages, bank vaults, and chocolate with holes in it? Well, let's travel back in time and find out. This is gonna be a fun ride. The Helvetii tribe, before Switzerland was even a thing. It was just a bunch of tribes out there doing their tribal thing live and off the land. Wild and out, making history without even knowing it. Specifically, we're talking about the Helvetii, a Celtic tribe that lived in the area during the Iron Age. You know, they were just minding their own business, living in the beautiful mountainous region we now call Switzerland. When suddenly, boom, the Roman Empire shows up, because it's always sunny in the Roman Empire, and they're like, that's cute, now give me your stuff. So begins the road to Swiss territory. So for those of you who are already confused, don't worry, I got you. The Romans were actually pretty chill when it came to infrastructure, like roads, towns, and Latin, which heavily influenced the Swiss German language, by the way, still spoken there today. They also civilized the region. But don't let that fool you. The Romans didn't turn Switzerland into Rome 2.0, or even Gallia Narbonensis, they just sprinkled some Roman flavor on top. After all, the Alps remained wild and impenetrable even for the mighty Roman Empire. So it's not like they could really do much more than that. Anyway, once Rome fell and collapsed, it was basically a buffet of chaos for neighboring kingdoms like the Germans, the Franks, and the Burgundians. Each group had a taste of power over the region, leading to Switzerland being split linguistically into German in the north, Zurich, French in the west, Geneva, and eventually Italian and Romansh in the south. So that explains the whole 4-language situation. In 1291, 3 small cantons in the mountains, Uri Schwyz and Unterwalden, signed a pact to protect themselves from outside bullies like the Habsburgs. Soon, other cantons joined, and the Swiss Confederation was born. This marked the beginning of modern Switzerland. Spoiler alert, ain't nobody bullying them again after this. Also, this is where the whole neutral thing started to take root. In the 1500s, the Protestant Reformation shook Europe to its core. Geneva became a major center of the Protestant movement under the leadership of John Calvin. Meanwhile, Zurich also became Protestant under Zwingli, but other parts of Europe were busy throwing their theological hands. In the shape of a weird hat, Switzerland was like, we pass on the crusade, thanks. This religious divide continues to this day, although it doesn't have the same significance. Switzerland officially became neutral in 1815. Why? Well, they're surrounded by hot messes like France, Italy, and Germany. So keeping a low profile and staying neutral seemed like a pretty smart move. Not a bad strategy if you want to stay out of the crossfire. Banking, chocolate, and watchmaking became the national flex. And it's one of the only countries with 4 national languages: German, French, Italian, and Romansh. Nowadays, Geneva is all about diplomacy and luxury, while Zurich is a finance and innovation hub. They're still neutral, they're still rich, and they still speak 4 languages like it's no big deal. And no kings. Seriously, no kings. Switzerland went from a war-torn zone to a vault full of money. No kings, no drama, just Swiss farmers, taking a break from farming potatoes to vote directly on laws that affect their tiny mountain country. Oh, and they also have great ski passes. That's a bonus. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time.